Hello everyone, this is Matthew once again, and I am back to review another horror film. Of course, you're probably wondering, why is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse doing here? Well, I'll get to that later. But from right now on, I'm about to review a horror comedy. Which, of course, I've already reviewed the first two Ghostbusters movies and the ill-fated 2016 Ghostbusters reboot, Answer the Call. So, I went from The Shining, which is a Stanley Kubrick film, and now I'm going to an Edgar Wright film, Shaun of the Dead, starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and directed by Edgar Wright, who also co-wrote the film with Simon Pegg. And of course, I need to give you my history of this. I did not see this film from beginning to end of my life, and I didn't know who Edgar Wright was, which is similar to Kubrick's. Of course, this is his second film, because his first film is called A Fistful of Fingers, which was his actual first film, but hasn't got a Blu-ray release yet until Arrow Video does it. So this is the second film, and he'll go on to do Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim's The World's End, and his recent film, Baby Driver. And this is the first chapter of the so-called Cornetto trilogy, which of course that was named after a well-known ice cream in the UK called Cornetto. And I remember seeing clips of this on Comedy Central, but I never saw the whole thing. But I do remember seeing Scott Pilgrim's The World, which, believe it or not, that was like my first film that Edgar Wright directed. And when I saw Scott Pilgrim's The World, it was actually really, really good, and I really, really loved that film. And I saw, of course, Shaun of the Dead, which I loved. And I did see Hot Fuzz, which at first I liked, but didn't love as much as this. But as time went on, I appreciated it more than I did when I first saw it. Then he did The World's End, which I really enjoy, and of course, Baby Driver, which I enjoyed. So, and before I give you my thoughts on this film, here's how this film came to be. The film itself was inspired by an episode called Space, which is a TV show, and the name of the episode was called Art, that Simon Pegg wrote and Edgar Wright directed it. Whereas under the influence of that episode, as well as a video game called Resident Evil 2, where he is hallucinating that he's fighting off a zombie invasion. And the friendship between Shaun and Ed is very similar to Simon Pegg's and Nick Frost's friendship, where they share a flat together. And not only is it based on an episode of Space, a TV show, it was also an influence of George A. Romero's Dead trilogy, such as Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead. Of course, out of that film, he'll return to his universe by doing Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, and then Survival of the Dead. And sadly, George A. Romero unfortunately passed away, which is really sad. And of course, when the film came out, it was released in the UK on April the 9th, but released in the US on September 24, 2004, which it earned pretty good reviews by critics, but it was a box office success by making $13.5 million against a $6.1 million budget. And of course, to top it all off, if you notice on the corner of this Blu-ray here, George Romero actually did see the finished product of the film, and he loved it, and he calls this film an absolute blast. As well as Quentin Tarantino, who also really enjoyed the film as well. Now, out of all the Edgar Wright films, this is the film I watched a lot. The one I watched the most. I love Scott Pilgrim's The World. I love Baby Driver and his other films. But this is the movie I can watch and never get tired of. Because to me, there are some moments in the film it does feel somewhat relatable to it. Like, for example, where Shaun, played by Simon Pegg here, who not only is having girlfriend issues, but he's also living in such a crummy apartment, and of course he has a job which he's really not really into it, and especially when he knows that whenever he gets up and goes to work, it just feels like it's like the same day over and over again, nothing new under the sun, until when a zombie invasion happened. So, and both Shaun and Ed, played by, once again, by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, are both really likable characters, and they're both really fun at the same time, and especially there are moments in the film, there's some things I can relate to. Although I don't have a girlfriend, so, but anyway. So, I thought that the chemistry between both Pegg and Frost is really enjoyable. I really love those two. And I thought that Edgar Wright's direction is top-notch. And the way how he sets up his shots, and the way how he edits it, the timing, the pacing, it's pitch perfect. And the comedy is clever, it's funny, and, you know, I wasn't scared by this film, but definitely a whole lot of fun to watch. And hey, some people could say this is their favorite of the Dead movies, aside from Night or Dawn or Day of the Dead. Even though I don't know what is my favorite, but Maybe it could be Dawn of the Dead. I really don't know. And I thought that the zombie makeup is fantastic, and the movie itself, it definitely is on point when you're trying to spoof not only any other zombie flicks, but mostly George A. Romero's Dead trilogy. And I thought that the pacing is very well done, as I said before, but it never gets really boring. And it has great moments that are pretty funny, especially it's got some nice songs in the film, especially the song by Queens called Bonheim Rhapsody, or no, Don't Stop Me Now. That's another song. The Bonheim Rhapsody is the one that's used in the Suicide Squad trailer. Even that song, Don't Stop Me Now, will also appear in the movie Shazam. You know, I do love the song Everybody's Happy Nowadays. And my favorite scene in the movie Shaun did is definitely when they're trying to come up the best plan ever on how to get to Liz and Shaun's mom. And I know that's all about my head here, and if I mistake anything else, I apologize, but here it goes. So, what's the plan then? Right. We take Pete's car as we drove over to Mom's, so we go in, we take care of Philip, I'm so sorry Philip, so we grab Mom, go to this place, hold up, have a cup of tea, and wait for all this to blow over. Why do we gotta go to Liz's? Because we do. And she dumped you. I had to know she's alright. Why? Because I love her. Alright, yay. I'm not saying it though. Why not? If we hold up, I want to play something familiar, I want to know where the exits are, and I want to be allowed to smoke. Okay. Take Pete's car to Joe to Mom's, go in, take care of Philip, sorry Philip, then we grab Mom, go to this place, pick her up, bring her back here, have a cup of tea, and wait for all this to blow over. Perfect. No, wait, we can't bring it back here. Why not? It's not totally safe, is it? Yeah, look at state of it. Where's safe? Where's familiar? Where can I smoke? Take car, go to Mom's, kill Phil, sorry, grab this, go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pipe, and wait for all this to blow over. How's that for a slice of fried gold? Yeah, boy! Yeah, I really love that scene. Especially I know everyone on YouTube, they reenact that scene, especially the way how it's all filmed and edited and the way how the timing went, especially how both Frost and Peg play each other pretty well. And the performances are great. I thought everyone did really well. And I thought the music was really good too. I do love the music. And also, of course, the movies of Dose Tip was a pretty good practical fit, aside from the sound and makeup. There could be some CG in the film, but only when it's done the right way. Especially if they want to allow for this one part in the film where David gets his comeuppance, where he tries to apologize to Shaun, but the zombie just grab him as if he gets no redemption, and then of course they just start tearing him to shreds by pulling all of his legs off and everything, which is a direct nod to Day of the Dead. And of course you do get to hear that famous gonk music that was featured on Dawn of the Dead. So I really don't know what else to say about Shaun Dead, because it's been talked about so much, and even that it definitely is a great zombie flick. I love Hot Fuzz and The World's End, but I love this one a lot because there are some moments there I can relate to. I thought the comedy is perfect. I enjoy the zombie reference and the way it spoofs on, and I love the characters and the music and the direction. It's a complete memorable film, and it's quotable at the same time. So, Shaun Dead might as well always be a cult classic of zombie films. So, if you like any zombie films like Return of the Living Dead or George A. Romero's Dead trilogy, then this is the one to check out. I love this movie from beginning to end, and never I ever do say it's boring. It won't be boring, and it never will be. Even when I get tired from work or something like that, especially when I have other things to do, I just go ahead and put this on. So, if you haven't seen Shaun Dead, check it out. And yes, for this film, it really does earn an A+. I really love this movie, and I'd say give it a look. If you have not seen any other Edgar Wright films, please hurry to check it out. I highly recommend them. I really love the guy's work. So, anyway, that's my review of Shaun of the Dead, and oh, that's right. What is about this one? Well, what did these two have in common? Well, there is actually a Shaun Dead Easter egg in this film, which of course I haven't seen this movie ever since I first saw it, and I do remember seeing it on the big screen. I really loved it. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this movie again one day on Blu-ray for the first time. There is actually a Shaun Dead reference film, and if you could look at one of the buildings that during Times Square or something, it has like a poster that features Simon Pegg and Nick Frost on it, and it does say Shaun that did too. It said from dusk till Shaun, which, believe it or not, there was actually going to be a sequel to Shaun the Dead. But they just figured, like, nah, the movie's perfect, there's no need for a sequel. And I can totally understand that, but even when you saw that poster in Into the Spider-Verse, it does make me kind of wish that there was a sequel to it, because I wouldn't mind it. Just see Shaun to find out vampires, and you have Ed, who probably gets back to be a human, or he'll just still be Bub from Day of the Dead in his zombie form. So, but either way, I would have loved to see a sequel to this. So, anyway, that's all I can say about Shaun of the Dead, and that's why I have this right here, because there's actually a Shaun of the Dead Easter egg in this movie. So now, as I was saying, let me know what you think of this video. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Feel free to put your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe button. So thank you for watching, take care, and stay tuned for my review where I need to watch a movie that has been lost until it's been found, when three filmmakers went out to the woods in Burkittsville, Maryland, when they're trying to discover a legendary witch known as the Blair Witch. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.